Hi everyone, welcome to Code Tab Management. So we have studied about Stream API. So there I have covered the part one, not covered the all things. That's why I am making the part two videos for the Stream API, which is one of the most important features under the Java 8 features. Okay, so let's start. So first question is like, what is the stream of primitives and why? So you know, right? What are the primitive data types? So there are int, long, double, many things are there in this way. So the streams primarily work with the collection of objects. So moreover, that stream is a generic interface, and there is no way to use the primitives as a type parameter with generics, right? So for this reason, there are three new special interfaces were created. What are those special interfaces? First one is IntStream, next one is long stream, last one is double stream, right? So these three are basically for three primitive types. The nomenclature means from this nomenclature you understood. IntStream is for the integer, long stream is for the long, and double stream for the double. These three primitive types. Okay. So furthermore, using the new interfaces, it basically reduces the needless auto boxing, which allows for increased productivity. So IntStream and LongStream also have two factory methods, special factory methods. What are those? First one is range, second one is range closed. Okay. So how to use that one? So I have already added here the syntax. So for the in-stream, see the range. When you will do this range method, the start will be inclusive, end will be exclusive. Okay, means before that ending number. Okay, suppose you are putting 1 comma 9, then you have to check up to 8. Okay, that's why end exclusive. But when you will do the range closed method, then the end will be inclusive, right? So here suppose the start inclusive is 1 and end is 9. Then you have to check for 1 to 9 in this way. So this range and range closed. Okay. So basically as stream is the generic interface and there is no way to use the primitive as a type parameter with generics. Therefore this special interface is introduced. Okay. So I think it's clear to you. Let's go to the next one. So how to convert from a stream to a collection? So we can convert from a stream to a collection using one of the static methods in the collectors class. Okay. So I am writing with the example. So the first one is um, converting a stream of strings to a list. Okay. So we will convert to a list. So we will take as the list. So it will take as input strings. So strings equals, and there will be stream of some strings will be there, right? Suppose this is a list of string. Okay. So not that one. So we have to collect after that. So we'll do dot collect, then collectors dot to list. So here, so it is taking the stream of some list of strings, then collect, then collectors dot to list. Okay, will be some terminal operations, then intermediate operations. Okay, so I will discuss those things according to that. So here I have already written that converting a stream of strings to a list. So I'm writing this here only. Okay. So our example one done for converting a stream of strings to a list. The next is the stream of int to a list of integer. Okay. So for that, we will use the IntStream. Okay. So here for that, I have already also told you like these through this IntStream or something, we can avoid the auto boxing things. So I will show you the boxed method there, the map to object method there. Okay, so there will be also two parts for that. Like the first one is using boxed method. Okay, so how to do that? So basically, boxed method means this one. So this is the boxed method. So boxed methods basically converts int to integer. So integer is the wrapper class of int, right? So this boxed method basically use to convert from int to integer. Okay, so we can use the boxed method on stream to convert the int stream to a stream of integer. Okay, but I have the question like on converting a stream of int to a list of integer means the stream of integer there. So list of integer ints equals int stream of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is done. Then boxed. So through this we are converting from int to integer, and then we will just collect, then collectors dot to list. Okay, so I have told you that there are some static methods in the collectors class, right? So this I have done using the boxed method. Then I will do using the map to object method. So basically here the map to object, this method converts each element from a primitive to an instance of wrapper class. Okay. So how to do that? Like list of integer and ints, and it will do the in stream of, then not the boxed, we will do map to obj. Okay, So it will convert each element from primitive to an instance wrapper class, instance of the wrapper class. Okay. So could here integer, then value of dot collect collectors to list. In this way we'll do. See the difference between that. Here we have used only the boxed, and here we have done map to obj. So it will convert each element from the primitive to an instance of wrapper class. Okay. So just as the map to int method is also there, right? Map to long, map to int, map to double. So just as those map to int, map to long, map to double parse the streams of objects into the associated primitives. So the map to object method from the IntStream, long stream, and double stream that basically converts the primitives to instance of the associated wrapper class. Okay. And the argument to the map to object is this example uses the integer constructor. Okay. But one information that this is still JDK 8, but from the JDK 9, the integer, like the string, means the constructor, integer, int val. This constructor is deprecated for the performance reasons. Okay. So basically, integer dot value of method is also there. So that will be used from them in the JDK 9. Okay. I think it's clear to you. If you have any confusion, then you can ask me over the comment. Okay. Next one is converting an IntStream to an int array. So how to do that? Like int integer of array, integer array is there. Then we will use the IntStream dot of, and here we will do to an array, right? So we'll take some integer, and then we will use the to array methods. Okay. In this way we can do, or another approach is also there, like, or another way is also there. The second way is like in the same way, int array equals, so we will take like int stream dot off, and here also this array of integers will be taken, then we will convert to array, and here we can add like int array name. Yeah. So in this way, whatever will be suitable for you, you can use. There are two approaches. Okay. So here basically for the first, this uses the default form of to array, which returns the object, and the second basically uses the int function as a generator, which creates the int array of the proper size and populates it. Okay. So use case I am also writing here. Use case like it uses default form of to array. Okay. And mm, returns object array. And for this, it can be used like this and int function hmm, as a generator. Okay, which creates an int array of the proper size and populates it. So these are there. So next is what are the major operations supported by Stream API? So the Stream API in Java, it primarily categorizes two types of operations. One is the intermediate operations, another one is terminal operations. So what what is the intermediate operation? So intermediate operation is basically so when an operation on a stream further produces another stream as a result. So for that, we will call that operations as intermediate operations. So as intermediate operations return another stream as a result, they can be chained together to form a pipeline of operations. Okay. So uh, as we use the intermediate word here, so these operations does not give basically the end result. So they just convert one stream to another stream. Okay. I'm writing this one stream to another stream conversion. Okay. So some intermediate operations you need to know, right? So the first one is map, then we can use filter, then distinct, right? After that, sorted, after that, limit, then you can say like skip. Okay. In this way, many intermediate operations are there. And terminal operations basically they will return the non-stream values, okay, such as primitive or object are called the terminal operations. So unlike the terminal operations, we cannot chain them together. Okay, so they basically produce the end result. So once the terminal operation completes, the stream is no longer valid. Okay, so hence we cannot use that stream again. Like I can say for each for each is there, two arrays there. After that, reduce, collect, min, max, count, then any match, then all match, none match, then find find first, find any. In this way, many are there. So these are basically the terminal operations. So then, what is the stream pipeline? So basically, Stream API in Java, it works with the concept of stream pipeline. Okay. So there are basically three parts to a stream pipeline. What are those? So the first one is source. Second one is this intermediate operation. So it will again return the another stream. So to cover this, the last operations are there, which are called as the terminal operations. So source basically where the stream comes from. This is the source. Then intermediate operations I have told you like transforms the one stream into the another stream. There can be as few or as many intermediate operations, right? So since streams use the lazy evaluation, the intermediate operations do not run until the terminal operation runs. And terminal operations, what are the terminal operations that I have also discussed? So those basically produces the end result. So since streams can be used only once, the stream is no longer valid after a terminal operation completes. So pipeline of operations may contain any number of intermediate operations, but there has to be only one terminal operations, and that too at the end of the pipeline. So moreover, intermediate operations are basically lazily loaded. When you call intermediate operations, they are not executed. They are just stored in the memory and executed when the terminal operations is called on the stream. So the intermediate operations are lazy and they are not working whenever they are there. So basically they are called, say they basically stored in the memory and they will execute whenever the terminal operations will be called, right? So this is the stream pipeline. So source, intermediate operations, terminal operations. And from that, we will get the end result. Next is how to print a stream. So whenever our code does not work as expected, either we add a println statement or go with setting a breakpoint to see the values of an object. So since intermediate operations don't return something until needed, printing is not a straightforward process with the streams. So therefore, we need to apply some particular approaches to print the values. So you will find that you have less requirement to print out the values of a stream as you get more practice with stream pipelines. Okay. So however, when you want to learn about these streams, printing is really helpful in order to debug the expected results using the stream API in the Java 8. Okay. So there are some approaches are there, like we can use like for the string you have created one object as s. So s dot for each, and here you can do the system dot out, then println. Okay. Next approach is like system dot out dot println, and here is dot collect, then collectors dot to list. Next is, suppose you want to add some limit, and then for each system out println. Next is s dot pick and then system out dot println then dot count. So basically we use these methodologies to print a stream to debug more clearly, more efficiently. Okay. So then there are how to use the stream intermediate operations. So there are several intermediate operations are there. I will discuss one by one. Okay. In the next part of the stream API. So that's all for now. Again, we will start the part 3. Till then, keep watching, keep liking, and keep subscribing. Okay. And practice as much as possible. And if you have more questions, then feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you.